What's the cost of inaction?
Millions of deaths. We are paying now the price of inaction and denial.
There was nothing like a concerted or coherent international effort.
Suddenly we saw like a bushfire, the HIV spreading.
But in those days it was a very lonely journey. There were very few people who were willing to put up the money.
The best way to describe it is total despair.
They said, oh, the epidemic will peak at a certain percentage, 10, 20%, can't get higher. And then 30%, and we were wondering, where is this going to stop?
So the cost of inaction is
millions of deaths,
which we could have prevented if we had our acts together in the year 2000. The genesis of the map was one email. A colleague of ours had gone for a meeting in demography in Namibia. He came back, he said the HIV/AIDS epidemic is going to reverse life expectancy by about 17 years in Zimbabwe.
And I was stunned. It meant, in a certain sense, that the gains that had been made by a country like Zimbabwe over the period that I had been growing up were just going to disappear.
I remember that year, the then president of the World Bank, Mr. Wolfenson, had a meeting, and he waved the book at them. And he said to them, if you don't read this, and you don't start doing something on HIV/AIDS, I will not talk to you about development. That was a breakthrough. In 3 months, we had 2 fully negotiated HIV/AIDS programs in front of the board. What we requested was $450 million. Instead of $450 million, they gave us $500 million.
When the prime development institution in the World Bank, put $500 million on the table in 2000, it has an impact beyond the projects in the countries. It sets a trend.
This was the first time that we were agreeing upfront with governments. As a result, we could put these programs in place in a very short time. We now have 29 countries who access the map, including 4 regional sub-projects, channeling 40 to 60% of the resources directly to the community.
We need to deal with this support that we're giving to the communities in a way in which we empower them.
They will need technical assistance, they will need infrastructure, they will need human resources, they will need empowerment of the civil society.
So that the people themselves begin to write their own future.
And the bank can provide the funds and the experience in all of these fields.
We are trying to train them, skill training, and we are assessing their interest. Then after we are trying to engage them on the income generating activity by giving some startup money and materials to start their own business.
ሲሉኛ ቦታ ስንጀምር ጥበቃ ራሱ ያጣነበት ሁኔታ ነበር።
ለምን
እኔ ብርድ ላይ አልጠብቅም የሚል አባሎቻችን ወደዚህ አይነት ሁኔታ ነበርባቸው። ግን ይሄን ከባዱን ስራ እኛ ሰርተን በመናሳያቸው ጊዜ አሁን በከፍተኛ ሁኔታ እንደዚህ አይነት ነገሮች በተለያየ ቦታ ተከፍተው ስራውን መስራት የሚፈልጉበት አይነት ሁኔታ ተፈጥሯል። በራሴ ያው በመስራቴ እየኖርኩ ነው ለውጥ አለኝ ማለት ነው።
The project is really important. Before we start this program, a lot of people were passed away without getting any help. But after we started this program, we saw a lot of changes. They are improved themselves. They work hard. They are working just like other people. Really, they are improved by this program.
ስልጠና ወስዳችሁ የንግድ ክህሎት ወስዳችሁ ራሳችሁን የምትችሉበት መንገድ ተፈልጎ ብትሰሩ ትችላላችሁ ሲሉኝ እሺ አልኳቸው። ያው በፍቃደኝነት ያንን 1000 ብር ሰጡኝ። በሱ ተንቀሳቅሼ ያው ይጥቅማል። በፊት አሁን እንደነበርኩትና አሁን እንደምኖረው አንድ አይደለም። በፊት ቢረበኝም ተኛለሁ ቢያመኝም በቃ ህመሜን መማርጌ ቸዬ ተኛለሁ ዝም ብዬ። አሁን ግን ቢያንስ ለውጥ አለ። ለምን ቢያመኝም ቢረበኝም እንኳን ከዚህ ግማሹን እንኳን ፈትቼ በጥብጬ መጠጣት እንትኑ ይኖረኛል።
I'm aged 45 years. I tested for my HIV status in 1994. I am a widow and I have 2 children orphans. This same group, it is assists education-wise. Then even on the side of plowing as an income-generating activity, they have given us at least ox plows and then oxen to share.
One of the great things about the map is that it could channel funding straight to grassroots organizations. Literally hundreds and hundreds of sometimes very small but true grassroots organizations got funding to do their work.
As a result, the structure of the map is it has 2 channels, the money going to the public sector and the money going to civil society organizations, to community-based organizations, and to the private sector directly.